Hello everybody. In this video we're going to continue on where I left off on our move to Tasmania and moving from the mainland down to Tasmania. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit about the property which we are blessed to live in now, and it's an 1880s cottage called the Headmaster's Cottage, which is why we named our channel Headmaster's Cottage. Originally it was the Headmaster's Cottage for the original Boat Harbour School way back in the day. So the original Boat Harbour School is next door to us, and it's a private residence now as well. And the new Boat Harbour School is, if I turn the camera around you can't really see, but it's 500 metres up that way, and it's a lovely little school. So I heard very good reports about it. So I'm just going to take you on a little walk around the property so you can see. Now occasionally we do open it up and have open gardens where people can come along and have a wander through at their own leisure, which is really nice. They're always a fun day. And I also do a lot of plant propagation. So over the last sort of 4 years really, we've been developing the gardens because there really wasn't a lot here when we came. It was, for example, right along here, which is now our scented rose walkway, and every rose along here just smells magnificent. And when they are all out, well, I mean, we're in autumn now, so they are coming to the end until next season. But right along here, for as far as you can see down to the front there, this is an acre property, there was a huge macrocarpa hedge which would have been, oh, I don't know, 100 years old perhaps. So we've planted everything here pretty much. It was a big job for Phil to remove the macrocarpa hedges, which were a hotel for possums, unfortunately, and I was wondering why I couldn't grow any roses, and because we had many families of possums living in the macrocarpa hedge, so I guess they've moved maybe next door. But putting the fences up was another big job, and they are right around the property. So if I walk you down here, I wanted to, as I said in the last video, if you haven't seen it, go back and have a little look. Oh, and don't forget, hit subscribe so that you keep getting these videos and can find out a little bit more about what life's like here in Tasmania, Australia. In Berry World here, I wanted to have our own fresh fruit. So we have a huge amount of raspberries in there, grapes, 2 different varieties of grapes, and we get a humongous crop of raspberries every year, and so that's tucked away in Berry World. And then if I just pan around here, being, you can probably hear in the accent, I originally come from New Zealand, so we're mad on feijoas, so of course we had to plant a couple of feijoa trees, which we've done. Feijoa, avocado tree, another feijoa, and right at the end is an apple tree. So they're maybe 2-3 years old now. And then all of these gardens we've also developed, so having a bit of a passion for roses. And the last few weeks we were kindly given a mountain of this wood chip from the next door neighbour who had a tree chopped down and didn't want the mulch. So I said, yes, thank you very much, I'll take that. And so I've spent the last few weeks getting a trolley and covering all the gardens so that that's putting them to bed for winter. And I've started pruning a lot of things, but obviously the roses won't get pruned until July. So the fences continue on down here, and then we go into Veggie World. If I come around here I can show you. Where Veggie World's kind of turning into fruit world as well. So we'll just go in and have a quick look, because our strawberries have somewhat expanded. And then of course we have black currants, red currants, boysenberries, blackberries, and our cherry trees in here as well, because if they're not protected they'll get eaten and you won't get a crop of cherries. And also a blueberry there. But normally we have, we've got some parsnips over there. Normally we have veggies in here as well, but we just sort of haven't got around to that at the moment. We've had too many other things on the go, but it will happen. And then coming down here, come on Millie, you got to come too. And I'm not sure why I still talk to Millie, because she's about 150 and she's completely deaf. Anyway, moving along, she can stay in there for a minute. Down here is my favourite area, the she shed, which is where all the propagation happens, which you can see through the window there. Everything's growing. And that comes down to our little plant shop, where we sell all of our plants that we've grown here when we open up occasionally for open days. And that's what's left of our, what was a huge mountain, probably 10 times that size. So that's gradually being dispersed around the gardens. So coming back, it's that time of the year that I've just pulled out the tomatoes, because they've done their thing. And it's really more of a clean-up time, if anything, because there's still some beautiful roses out in bloom. Look at that. Look at that. But we've got leaves dropping everywhere now. So, you know, it's on the rake, cleaning up, tidying things up, giving things a little bit of a snippy. Phil's over there putting some more gravel on the driveway. But we have beautiful areas here, and we've really created our own little paradise, because the soil is so fertile that anything you put in here, it just grows. And we're lucky enough that we also have our own water supply, so we're not dependent on paying water rates and having to be stingy with our water usage. So we're quite lucky in that way. We're able to grow pretty much anything we want. We have potatoes nearly year round, and they just they keep popping up. Everywhere you look, you've got a potato, so there's no shortage of potatoes here. Beautiful kiwi fruit vine over there, which is just laden with fruit at the moment. Rhubarb, we have that year round. And then one of the more recent areas that we've done is this one out the back here, which was always a little bit of a messy area and we didn't quite know what to do with it. So Phil got himself a concrete mixer, and I did a bit of a layout, a bit of a garden design on how I'd like it to look, and started planting it up. And you wouldn't guess it, but this garden it's not even 2 years old. So continuing on, there's our water tank and little old original cottage there too, which now we use as a sauna room, and also that's my art studio where things get created. And this was an old concrete water tank which is no longer in use, so instead we've made it into an indoor plant area, which is Mum's special place, and she just absolutely loves growing her indoor plants in here, which is just beautiful. So another video, I might give you a tour of the inside of the house, because it really is a lovely property and has such a lot of character to it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed.